So this is the entrance. What we're going to do here is do a little walk around, and I'll try and cover what Drew and I discussed on June, I believe today's the 7th, 8th, or 9th, I don't know, Saturday. I met Drew up here, Darren, and it's pretty much going to cover everything you and I saw when we were up here. But things have gotten a little bit worse. As you can see today, it's pretty rainy, so we've been getting a lot of rain. This is the stream with our culvert. It's really running today. A lot of water coming into it. And you can see we've got a little bit more washout up here in this first area that Drew and I discussed. He's going to come in, bring in, I think he said 3 or 4 more loads of shale, get this smoothed back out. And also there's a couple of other areas that we're going to look at a little bit further down the road here. And I'm just going to let this run, because that way I think it's easier to kind of follow where we are on the site. And we've just come in the entrance, and we're walking down, and for the most part this has held up pretty good against all the rain they've been having. He said they haven't had this much rain in 14 years or more during this part of the season. They haven't been able to get the hay out of the fields because it's too wet. Okay, now we're coming up on the circular drive, and this is one of the first things Darren, I think we talked about it last time we were here in this area here. He is going to get 2 more pieces of culvert, and he's going to run a piece of culvert under this side of the road and also under the other side of the road because it's washed out. And we're going to just put the culvert where the natural slope or washout is. So it's going to go right here where it's coming out of this nice little unplanned pond and flowing down towards the other side of the road where it's basically now completely washed that out. And he's going to put the culvert under that side too. So hopefully it'll stop this washout situation on this part of the road. Now, Darren, that pad we talked about and the orientation of the storage container, this pad was only 30 feet long. So he's going to have to build up the end of the pad with some additional material in order to put the container the way we want it, running from basically this side over to the other side back there. So yeah, running crossways like this. He said they could put it in this way, but I think that just divides the property up too much. It takes up some of our clearing here where we might put in some picnic tables or a gazebo or something, you know, eventually, someday, if any of us are able to make it out here. I'm going to continue on down the road now to one of the pads. We did talk about putting a culvert in here, and I think Darren and Brent will do that on our own at some point. Right now this seems to be holding up pretty well at this site, so not going to do anything really right here. Then the site that Darren has concerns about down here, it's holding up pretty well. It's just that big pile of brush. Hopefully we're able to get eventually a grapple, get in here and start burning this stuff. So continuing on around the road at this point, it's held up pretty well on this side. It feels a little mushy underneath my feet. So I don't know, at some point we need to get some gravel in here to take up, well, we need to get it over the shale so the shale stays in place and doesn't wash out as badly. Got a little bit of washout, but once I put that culvert in here, I think this will be easy enough to shale over and keep it fixed. Now he is going to keep this stream that's running right here from that road over to this road. He's going to keep that open. He's not going to put culvert in there because we got trees to deal with, and it's also $250 some odd for, I think he said 20 feet of culvert, and that would have taken, all that would have been one piece of culvert right there, 2 pieces of culvert, 3 pieces of culvert. So this will save a little bit of money. I went ahead and paid him for this repair work. I didn't clear it with you guys first, so it's going to be optional for you guys to do whatever you want to do with it. At this point, I'm walking back down the road and out. Darren, I did leave the gate key with him because he's going to need to get in here to do the repairs. He's going to need to get in here to do the storage shed. I told him we prefer concrete blocks to level it versus wooden blocks. So he was also going to check into that at Ron's, that place we stopped at off the road there, see what they had. So that gets us pretty much up to speed. And as you can see, with all the rain, I'm pretty pleased, honestly, that we don't have more washouts. This is better than the main road. The main road is, it's worse than it was, Darren, when we came out here with more washout and stuff. So, but it's doable. Your pickups, I think, will do it just fine. He was out here in his pickup, no problem. So, yeah, I don't mean to scare you because the road is still drivable. There's a lot of rock where the washouts are, but you just got to take it slow. I love this stream. I would really, I know we talked about putting a pond in here. I would like to maintain a part of the rock stream because I really like the way it sounds and the way it looks. And he said this water, the reason it comes out pretty much all year is it's coming out of an underground, I think he said well or basin on up the mountain over there somewhere. So that's why we get that stream pretty much year round. And then we got this one that fires up whenever it is really wet. And he said he was going to put some ditches in here to route it on down more towards Alfredo's lot. And I said, well, I'm sure Alfredo won't like that. He said, well, he's already getting it. So at least it keeps it from mushing up your drive-in, our gate area here. So anyway, that's pretty much it. I'll stop rambling. Me and the dogs. I haven't eaten today. I think we're gonna go grab a bite to eat. It really is pretty out here. I can hardly wait till we can get out here for a reasonable amount of time. So anyway, we'll talk to you later. Adios from the peanut patch.